Good evening, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of National Poetry Month and my own personal celebration that I'm inviting you to watch. Um, yeah, I've been so exciting, huh? But anyway, I got 2 poems in store tonight. Both kind of sort of have an academic theme, if you will. The first poem I will get into in a moment here is this poem that kind of sparks a lot of conversation and a lot of controversy as far as what the actual meaning or delivery or point of the poem is. Some feel like it's a warm memory. Some feel like it's a dark memory. Um, I'm just kind of willing to just put it out there to say I can see both sides. Um, but I'll tell you in the comment section later, only if the rest of you, or some of you, or whatever number of you, want to comment it on below and give you give your own point of view on this poem. Um, and then I'm going to read something of my own from Analog Poems, and you'll see that link. You'll see that link above, the above up there. Yeah. So day 2. Without further ado, I'm going to get into this, and I'm going to just explain this poem just briefly. In that, like I said, in most of my walks as first an English major and then when I became an English teacher, both in actually my internship and in my own classroom, this poem, My Papa's Waltz by Theodore Roethke, showed up all the time, and it became one of those linchpins of getting people into the discussion of poetry. All sorts of people were, be it students or other staff, we're kind of divided on what this poem meant. So that's why I really want you guys to take it in and to tell me in the comments below what you guys think about it. So without any further shenanigans and babbling from me, let me get into it. My Papa's Waltz by Theodore Roethke. The whiskey on your breath could make a small boy dizzy, but I hung on like death. Such waltzing was not easy. We romped until the pan slid from the kitchen shelf. My mother's countenance could not unfrown itself. The hand that held my wrist was battered on one knuckle, and every step you missed, my right ear scraped a buckle. You beat time on my head, with palm caked hard by dirt, then waltzed me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt. My Papa's Waltz, Theodore Roethke. Like I said, comment below. Tell me what you think about what that poem means. And then stay tuned. Stay with me right here, because I'm going to read from my new released collection, Analog Poems. This one is called My Students. Some of you might know exactly where I'm talking about. Even if you don't, I'm hoping you get it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a kind of rough form sonnet in that it doesn't have iambic pentameter like a Shakespearean sonnet would, but it does do the A-B rhyme scheme for 3 quatrains, and the rhyming couplet at the end caps it all. So without further ado or shenanigans again, let me get into this one. My Students by yours truly. Every morning I come through the B hallway door, not sure of what or who is challenging me. Strolling along saying, hey, hoping my belongings don't fall to the floor. Seeing students seeing me fumbling for my key. First period is a trip, truly is. I am far more awake than any of these kids. Inevitably, one or two of them will jump headfirst into a diss. But basically, it's up to me to help them avoid these kinds of skids. The game I play is all about turning on lights, turning on tunes. Planning plus improv equals learning. Showing them what they know, but think is beyond their sights. I'm trying to turn trudges and tribulations into yearning. I see it. Tomorrow is not just a new day. It's a view into doing this a brand new way. My Students. Actually, and shout out to the students that helped me transcribe that, because actually I did write that onto the board, and one of my kind students put that up there. She transferred it to paper, and I transferred it onto my computer. And there you go, my students from Analog Poems. First new collection of poetry by this guy. And have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. And remember, feel free to comment below on My Papa's Waltz, or even my poem, or both. And then check the link in the section above and my own little comment below. And let's get a discussion going. And but check my links. It'll be the same link twice. And that way, if you're really interested in poetry and helping the dude out, you can buy some of mine. But anywho, good night. Bless you all, and I hope you sleep well if you are getting to that point of the day. Happy National Poetry Month. See you next time.